Oh, yeah, you guessed it. It's another edition of the Do It Yourself Workshop. Today, we are going to turn these ordinary looking fireplace logs into, that's right, multi-purposed wood slabs. These could be used for numerous art projects, decoupage projects, practically anything you want to look rustic, old, or used. Today in the workshop, we are going to use a radial arm saw. Make no mistake, this is a highly dangerous piece of equipment. This is a stationary tool, meaning it does not move, it cannot be taken to the job. This particular machine is solid cast iron. It's very heavy. It was probably built in the 1970s. Before we can begin, we will go over the Do-It-Yourself Workshop's primary core value. And it's simple. It's safety first. Safety first, safety last. When doing a job, always do it safely. Number one issue, always know where the power source for your power tool is located. Second, always keep your power tool unplugged or de-energized when not in use. Know where the on and off controls are located for your particular tool, and be well aware of how the switching mechanism functions. Years ago, one of the members at the Do-It-Yourself Workshop constructed this fast, easy vacuum system coming off the radial arm saw. And with safety in mind, they installed the switch, the activation switch, directly overhead by the radial arm saw. So it's just reach up, on, off. And remember, the machine is de-energized, that is unplugged from the energy source, and the switch is in the off position. Here you see the log being measured and properly marked. Next, we activate the vacuum system. We plug in our machinery to our power source. And finally, we activate the machine itself with hands out of any proximity to the turning blade. We carefully pull the radial arm saw, spinning blade, toward us. Pull the log away, push the machine back into position, and deactivate the machine itself. Here is the safe procedure for making a single cut. We followed the safety guidelines for making a single cut. But what if we want to make multiple cuts or many cuts? With a stop jig, we anchor dimensional lumber 2x4, 4x4 to our cutting table or to the fence of, in this case, the radial arm saw at the pre-measured distance. That distance being the width, the final width of the material that we will be cutting. Now follow along. But the material to be cut against the stop. Focused?
Yeah.
Good? Good? One more. A radial arm saw can only cut so thick of a log, just by its nature. 4 inches or less is about the maximum height of a log that you could fit under a radial arm saw. A bandsaw certainly would be an acceptable alternative tool. We are now going to move on to a much larger diametered log, such as the one seen here. Here you see a log approximately 11 inches in diameter. To cut this, there will be special procedures, and we will use an electric chainsaw. First, we will set our log on our outdoor wood bench very near its tipping point. Next, we will use 4x4 blocks and wedge the log firmly between the blocks, anchoring the blocks with screws. We will then span the distance between our wood blocks and tightening the clamp so as to squeeze the wood blocks into the bark of the log, making a firm, stable operation. And as one final layer of safety, we will strap down the entire assembly to the workbench. And you will notice I have moved in a utility cart with a heavy blanket that will absorb the shock to the wooden disc as it's separated from the main portion of the log. For this cutting operation, I have chosen an electric chainsaw over a gas-powered chainsaw, simply because an electric chainsaw is more controllable than a gas saw. When you release the trigger of an electric saw, the blade almost instantaneously will come to a stop. An extremely safe tool. And there you have it. Multiple sized wooden discs to be used for any art project, decoupage project, any home project, any kind of project you could think of. You've made them yourself.